The 038 BeamNG update is finally here. With it, we have new vehicles, map changes, and more. We're going to go through the good, the bad, and what this means for the future of BeamNG. My name's Raceless. Let's get started. As a reminder, we have been given special access to a pre-release version, so everything you see may be different in the final release. Let's get started with the stars of the update. Two new Hiroshi vehicles were added to the lineup, the HT55 and the WL40. The vehicle devs that poured their talents into these vehicles have yet again raised the bar in quality and immersion. These vehicles single-handedly kept me coming back to play. I literally woke up one morning realizing I dreamt about the green googly eye monster. I honestly almost forgot that BeamNG has map developers because it's been so long since we've seen a new map. But clearly the devs behind this new quarry were passionate and excited to make the most realistic and functional quarry we could have received. The attention to detail is motivational. The rock placement is beautiful, and the scale, almost nauseating. The shock and awe this area brings to this update is something you really have to experience for yourself. One cool secret is this amazing but short tunnel. I'm putting a mental note to come back here in the next update to see if anything has changed, because I don't think that the devs that were behind this are really finished with the Italy expansion. This looks too good to stop here. I don't know if the vehicles team and the map team moved desks to sit next to each other. Their harmony made this update feel more like a professional studio with a plan, rather than siloed modders adding content. I hope they are proud of what they did here, and I can't wait to see what they do next. We all know how important a good looking map is to enjoying good quality vehicles, but one thing that can get overlooked is the influence of UI. Over the last several updates, BeamNG has been overhauling their UI. Normally, when anything changes in UI design, it takes an adjustment to get used to. I've been a little critical of the past UI changes, but I want to report after playing with them for a few months, I'm actually liking them. Yes, every change can be a little jarring, but I'm really starting to appreciate the direction that they're taking. So if you're like me, and you just don't like some things changing, give the devs behind the UI changes a chance and try it out with an open mind. Your brain will likely rewire itself and adapt to the changes just like mine has. Let's talk about probably the most notable UI change, which occurs when entering into free roam. Entering free roam now has you actually selecting your vehicle before you enter the map. This really feels like entering an actual game. This, I'm sure, is a welcome change for new players that may not know how to select vehicles. We're going to talk about career mode more at the end of the video, but there were a lot of UI changes with it as well. But it's not all great. Keep in mind that UI is still seemingly under heavy development, and you may find some of it a bit jarring. But let's talk about gameplay. For all you rally fans, congratulations. There are some really exciting things happening in your motorsport. The pace that rally mode is progressing is exciting. They have introduced not one but two ways to play, rally stage and rally loop. Rally stage is more of a jump in, jump out experience. Your goal is to not finish as fast as possible, but be consistent as well. This mode uses survivor pace, which actually averages your last few attempts including DNFs. So it's not just about having one blistering stage, but as a driver getting faster and faster. This is such a refreshing take and expansion on just go as fast as you can and have a miracle run. The other mode, rally loop, seems like it's the start to what could be the most immersive rally experience in any game. This mode has you actually traveling to the different rally stages and liaisons, stamp cards at control points, and actually manage getting to your stages on time without breaking traffic laws. This is about the full rally experience with an emphasis on surviving it. To the devs on the rally team, bravo. This is the development that BeamNG players love to see, whether they're rally fans or not. I enjoy rally here and there, but I'm not an avid fan. But even for me, this gives me hope that what you're working on may bleed into other areas of BeamNG, either other motorsport expansions or even my beloved career mode. Before we dive into what could be the most controversial section of this video, let me lay a little background for anybody new. I started what could be probably best described as a modding studio called RLS. I'll tell you what RLS stands for another day. The point I want to make today is that about a year ago, Tristan and myself quit our careers to pursue modding BeamNG's career mode into what it could become one day. We loved career mode and risked it all to push it as far forward as we could. We have been developing RLS Career Overhaul for over a year and a half now, with one of the rules being we always build off the current vanilla career code as its foundation. This has its drawbacks, like RLS Career Overhaul breaking every update, but this also means we pick through every single change and re-implement what we feel needs to be re-implemented. I tell you all of this so that when I say we know career mode inside and out, I mean it. Okay, let's finally talk about career mode changes and give you my initial take. First off, the shopping menu received a new look along with an entirely new system. You can now negotiate your price for buying and selling vehicles. Buyers and sellers have personalities and will completely leave the sale if you offend them. Word of caution here though, be very careful on this screen. It is way too easy to accidentally click the agree to price button and buy the car. What happens is the negotiation process is so exciting, you start to look for the big orange button to begin your negotiations, but instead you will be overspending or underselling your vehicle. Be careful. I have to imagine the UI maybe just didn't get finished, and we'll see updates to this very soon. Other than that, this is a great start to what looks like an amazing system. I just hope they come back to this and continue to work on it and flush it out. Speaking of flushing out, wow, did they do a 180 on their insurance system. Last update, I think, was the first time we decided to completely scrap something from a new update and stick to our own system. However, it looks like they've heard your feedback and brought it back in a truly realistic way. Standing ovation here, not because I love paying insurance, but because I was worried career mode was going off course. I was worried they were choosing to do what every other open world simulation game with cars do. Most other games opt out of having modifiable consequences for driving recklessly or poorly. We at RLS cannot wait to build upon these systems. But here comes the controversial part. For over a year now, I personally have been disappointed in BeamNG's updates. Not because they were inherently bad, but they lacked the things I looked for and loved in BeamNG. It seemed like the career dev team I looked up to and watched and waited on were falling asleep at the wheel. I held my peace and tried to stay positive because I knew that they had to still be working on something. But that conviction turned into assumption, then to hope. With each update, I started looking at the other teams. The vehicles team was always killing it. The systems teams was always doing their best to keep the game from feeling and looking outdated. The map team was always busy fixing bugs and flushing out the rest of the West Coast. And the rally team was pioneering truly immersive gameplay. But where was my career team? I have to say, I have no clue if this is the organization of BeamNG. I don't know if they're in teams or if they're just one big group of people that do a bunch of work. But overall, this update was a step forward. Despite criticisms, doubts, and worries I may have, I applaud the efforts everyone put forth in this update. From the dev teams that came together like a planned symphony, creating magical moments that won't be forgotten in players' hearts, all the way to the teams that just found their forgotten instruments in the bottom of their closet. It's never too late to get started again, for every time the fire of passion goes out, there was a spark that lit it. That goes for the devs and for each and every one of us. Now there are a lot of little changes that may not be mentioned, like the drag strip extension or the updated shadows, but this video has already gone long enough. Go check out the latest update, especially if you haven't played in a long time. Have fun, tear stuff up, and decide for yourself what you think about the update. Please share your opinion. This dev team is unlike any other. And if you need proof, ask yourself what other games have been in early access for 13 years and continue to still grow without asking for a single extra dollar. That's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, and remember, for you, for me, for our dreams, it's still just the beginning.